Hello friends, Rage Panda 1 here with another video in our free-to-play series of Bloodline, Heroes of Lithas. I gotta tell you, I have been chomping at the bit to play this game, but I've been, editing videos and stuff. Wrong server. We gonna fix that. We're on server 331. If anybody wants to play along with me, feel free to join in and have a good old time. And you can see we got so many red dots to click on. Unfortunately, one of them is telling us that our intimacy challenge is over. And I was going to spend these diamonds getting some of the value packs for intimacy, but those are no longer available because the challenge is over. But we get some good stuff anyway. That's not too bad. We did not have the highest rank of all time in here, but hey, we're a new account. We are allowed to be that way. So for once, I'm gonna show you my routine, smashing through, getting my bread, going to my leaderboard. Maybe I won't make you watch all of the clicking on this one. While we're here, after I've clicked through it all, I will show you that we're up to 482 in the Might leaderboards, 505 campaign, 428 on intimacy, and 518 on districts, which we are going to bump up just a little bit after we collect all of our mail and all that good stuff. Man, we love to see those diamonds in there. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Tons of quests to click through. Half the fun of the game, am I right? And one thing we want to make sure we do is we want to go to our Hall of Fame. We want to pick anybody. Let's go for the Watchtower. And we're going to check in. And we're going to grab ourselves exactly 2 quests because we got to it a little bit late. But what are you going to do? So that's great. That'll be extra free diamonds for us. We have a red dot on our summoning circle, but that is because we have some tokens for some companion summoning, which is always a good thing. We will skip our animations for this. We would love to see the Travaine companion showing up here because we really want to get her, as you know, to Mythic as quickly as possible. I don't mind getting the ones for the assassins, the Yevnayans. I think it's Yevnayan. That's what I've settled on. Yevnayan. I don't mind getting those because I don't mind leveling her up second. So that could be fine. Luxuriants are also good because I would like to have some of those. Targeted class summons. I have not seen this before. That could be helpful. That could be super helpful. And we got an invitation. I guess I fat-fingered it, but I meant to click our invitation to join a banquet. Don't mind if I do. Oh, ho, ho. Absolutely wrecked. Alright. One thing I've been waiting to do, to be able to do it while I'm recording, is upgrade my pasture district. Now that we're in chapter 4, we've got that unlocked, and that is awesome because we love to get our gold. Lycanus being huge. 427 of a bonus. That's fantastic too. And of course we're going to just hire a bunch of workers. And probably going to stick at 5 and see where we're at for costs. Like I said, you always just go for the cheapest ones. These ones seem to be around 20k. So we're going to get this one up until it's about the same. And we'll just stop at 35 just to make it a nice round number. And in the spirit of doing all of this stuff, we're starting to level up our tavern district to get it to level 10. So we can unlock yet another slot. We'll put that at 60. And yeah, 65. And then we'll start cranking our market district up, probably by 10. Man, we have a lot of bread. I have been logging in and just collecting and not really being able to play too much. So we're gonna go, yeah, 130 is good there. And let's call that 70. There we go. And now we are up over 8,000 gold a minute, which to some of you is going to sound very small, but to others, that's going to sound like a lot. I consider it to be pretty good for where we're at right now. And she's ready to court. Luckily, we've got enough rings to produce an epic baby. That's huge. Already going for epic. Really excited to get it to legendary. So sad I missed that event for the intimacy value packs, because the intimacy value packs are incredible. I'm not going to check out my necklaces. Chokers. Is it a choker? Is that what they are? Could be. You can see just even getting started for the day, it is a lot of collection, and we are only going to go through all of this the one time for that reason. Got our third daily login. We need to court another companion and do some exploration, a little bit of arena. We'll get through all of those, no problem. But one thing that I want to try to finish for sure is the demigod event, the hot demigod event. So we're going to go ahead and finish that today. We're going to click through a little quick growth here. We got a couple about to develop. That's awesome. We need the space. Tons of chests. This is what happens when you take almost a day off. And like I've said before, we're going to check in our guild. On all 5 of these. Get all our buffs going. And I think I'm happy with it for now. I would really enjoy doing one more multi. You know why? Because I can't help myself. That's why. I need to be stopped. I should be saving for the intimacy event to come back around, but since it just ended, I can't help myself. I'm going to do one more summon, and then I'll start saving for the intimacy event. I think that's fair. I think that's perfectly fair. Alright, that's enough clicking through everything. I'm going to try to earn us those diamonds to get that multi-summon going, and I am going to start doing that by, of course, clicking through a couple of unexpected things that I should have foreseen. We're going to start by just clearing out some more of this. We are going to get through Chapter 4 in this video or the next. Who knows what's going to pop up and interrupt us. But just to remind you, we are running the Lume, the Lycanus, the Lionstone, the Tidesworn, and our female Ignis for an amazing CC team. Our Lume is set up for just a ton of health, so he lives forever. So I'm going to crush through this for a while. We're going to come back with a summon. We've got ourselves $26.95 for diamonds. And you know what that means? That means we're going to go to the prison. So we can farm some diamonds off of some people. But first, we've got this new event here, Champion Roulette. And I've decided to actually look at the chances. We get a free spin. And we are not going to pay for any spins because the rates are not impressing me that much. But we're going to... Please choose a what? Please choose a champion for your grand prize. Okay, how do I do that? Choose. Maybe the big button that says choose, you absolute fool. Oh, what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm really happy with how our team is going. And so I think I want to go male Lycanus here, even though I never thought that's what I would be picking. Because I don't think that male Lycanus is like the best guy in the game, right? If I was gonna have a mythic, the male Tidesworn or the female Ugril would probably be just overall a better choice. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of happy with what I got here, with my two purples being the female Ignis and the male Tidesworn. I feel like if we got a better Lycanus, that's the best upgrade to our current setup that is available here. The Ugril is fine, but I'm having too much fun with this. So there we go. If we got a mythic one off of this, I will cry with joy. Nice, we got some earrings. Well, you know that we're looking for anything to level up our companions. So that is exciting. I don't know what this chest means. You just do more to get a free chest. That sounds fun and cool. So obviously we have to, before we can do our multi-summon, we gotta get a little bit of this going on. Our proposal is meaningless. And then I say intimidation, because we're starting to learn. Let's see what we can do to this guy. Normally I skip him, but you know what? We will persuade him. You know what? We'll give him that much of being a little nice to him. Yeah, let's have a proper talk. So one thing I've started doing here is I latch on to a word that they say and the word that I need. So with this one, I go for proposal, and then it's intimidate. And then companions, that's punish. Comforting words, pacify. So we're starting to get a little system built up, but it's different for every race and gender. And so
steel is beaten,
we don't know them all,
but never broken.
But progress is happening. So we were looking at the rates for that event, and we are also going to be talking about the rates here. I've already looked at these rates, and they are bad. It's like 0.5% to get a mythic, and if we look here, our mythic is 2.9. Now, on the other one, I think they separate it by star value, and each one is like 0.5, but still, the chances are twice as high on here that we will get a mythic. And I think either way, no matter what happens here, this is going to be our last multi-summon until we get one of our companions up to Mythic. We probably shouldn't even be doing this one, but you know what? We love it. We love it too much. So we're doing it right now. Decent amount of power gained from that. So what do we got here? A Mythic!
Is beaten.
No! No, I hate the Griffin so much. He has Confident and Noble, though. He has Confident and Noble. And so with Confident, we're getting Leadership increased by 800. And then with Noble, we're getting 35% from our rank 17. So that's fine. Perfectly fine. We may even end up putting him on the team because Mythic just has high stats. It's probably better. Then we got a purple version of a female Tidestorm. I always say that wrong. And that's fine. But we're happy with the one that we had. Now we're going to have to change maybe our Lionstone out for the other Lionstone. We got a couple extra copies of our male Tidestorm. So we'll be able to get him upgraded, which will be nice. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's not the single best multi-summon that we could have gotten there, but if we go straight to our districts, and what is the Griffin? Is he Tavern? Might be Tavern. He is not. Production, then. Nope. Pasture District. There he is. You can see he's level 1, and he's already 1163. So that is huge for our gold gain. We're going to be putting levels in him no matter what. It's unfortunate that he's a 1-star because we have to ascend him a bunch of times. But the good news is with that particular character, it's very easy to get copies. And I won't be using my warriors for ascending much else. So he might end up getting switched in. If he ends up getting switched in, I think that would mean that the Lycanis has to go. But like I said, I'm having too much fun with him. And I don't want to do that right now. So while we're looking at this screen, I want to mention that I have 16 million gold, which at this time is kind of a lot. If we look at my Lume here, it only takes 53k for me to level him up. So I have quite a bit of leveling to do. However, we finished chapter 4 without needing to do any of it. And I wanted to keep it interesting by doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and level everybody up. And it's super annoying to click that on screen, so I'm going to do it off screen, make all my choices, and then I'll let you know how that went. So we're doing some times 10 explorations right now. You can see in the first one we've got a couple of companion cards. That's lovely. I would love to have the Luxuriant available so I can make my own. I think the female one is really good. The male one I would never use. And we've got some fodder here for upgrading. We are going to be doing a little bit of ascending right at the very end of this particular video. And that will... You know what? I'm going to do that with the upgrades of the team. That's part of the reason why I was doing this first, just to see all my extra gold and stuff that I get before I upgrade everybody's levels and skills and all that fun stuff. So nothing terribly exciting here. They are only explorations after all. Obviously what I'm hoping for is the companion cards. Nice, we got one for the Trevain and another copy of that man so we can get him nice and leveled up. That is great. We're going to go to our bag and use all the stuff in here that we need to, including our banquet packs. And the thing that, you know, I like these, I do. But some of these things that you get, even though you need them and you want them, they're not that exciting to get, right? The little extras that let you raise your air faster, they're great. I love having them, but I don't love getting them. I just kind of don't care. Maybe that's the wrong answer, but it's true. So we're just clicking on the companions that we have already, and then that lets us gain intimacy from their cards. And we've got some for her as well. Speaking of intimacy, we have a couple of points that we can put into our other companion. Alright, so now I'm going to ascend. I'm going to complete the event to get the hot mama. What is she called? the hot demigod. We'll get her unlocked. I'll tell you what everything is set to for levels. And then we might call this a video already in just a couple of clips. A couple of long clips, but it is what it is. We have completed a lot. A whole lot. We did probably over 100 of the side quests, doing all of the Chapter 4 at once. Left me a little behind on those. So we used plenty of Senate orders and a couple interrogation scrolls so that we could keep up and get that back in order. And now our next thing is to complete a stage, so we're all caught up on that. We also did some ascension. So we should have our new companion. Awesome. So that's great.
In need of some warmth, my love.
That means we're
I
gonna
can provide the heat.
just need to unlock our 7 days event companion, and then we can do all of our carousing with our vigor potions. We did most of these quests that are available to us now, except for the arena battles, which I'm going to do between episodes. I'm just going to be fighting underpowered teams. It's pretty much the way of it. I'm going to get as many points as I can for each of those battles. And as promised, we did some upgrading here. I have decided that the Lycanus just can't stay. I mean, not when I have a Mythic available. Even though he's not that strong. I am going to keep these traits on him because that makes him useful to me forever. And I don't like this champion. I feel like his attacks are AoEs, but then they knock people back and separate them, so that's weird. The knockup is fine, but not fantastic. It's certainly not the Lycanus Fear, I'll tell you that. And then the additional damage every third attack and a little bit of lifesteal, again, is fine. And his traits make him quite tanky, having energetic and loyal. We got 40% extra constitution and 40% extra fortitude. So he's going to take a hit. He's going to stand there in front line. He's not going to do that much damage. On my other accounts, I've had similarly leveled Mythic Warriors at this stage in the game, and they have had 30,000 strength. This guy, we can see down in the corner, his strength is 7,599. Not that impressive. But he should be tanky, and he'll be great in districts. And so I wanted to keep him leveled up because I'll show you where he's at right now. He is in our pasture district. And with his level now, he's giving us over 3,000 of a bonus, which is incredible. Our total collection is 13k a minute, and we can push that even farther. We have some extra dudes that we have not yet leveled up who are just sitting in our districts as extra characters, so that's fine. On top of that, we leveled his skills up as much as we could. We did ascend him to 5-star, and we upgraded his equipment to 3 on all of his armor pieces and 5 on the weapon. Most of our other people have 4 for the weapon and 3 for the armor, with the exception of our tank, who has 4 on most of the armor. Speaking of our tank, we've switched to the Lionstone female because her active skill is absurd, and if you have one, you almost have to use her because she's just that good. The damage bonus that your entire team gets basically means that you just annihilate everything on the screen. And there are very few times where that doesn't work. So her traits are good traits. Yeah, hexproof, having the silence can be fantastic, and having the removal of the debuffs can also be fantastic because there's so many debuffs going around. Doesn't give her any room for being extra tanky, which is not so great. This lady is not that tanky on her own anyway, but I think we're going to be fine because our Griffin is going to make up for that, and we're getting a ton of sustain from our Lume, so I think we're in a good spot. Chapter 5 is going to be just an absolute joke to us. I'll go over the leaderboard just a little bit. We have jumped all the way up to 359 in terms of power, so that one multi-summon made a huge difference for us. Getting a Mythic on the team has been great. For campaign, we're still down at 455. We got some grinding to do. For intimacy, we're at 296, which, I mean, we are rising fast in intimacy, and we haven't even gotten to buy the value packs yet, so that's going to be a solid win for us. And we're at 328 for our districts, which hopefully will be really taking that a higher level than all of the rest of ours, because that's my main focus, is getting a ton of gold, and that's going to help us get all the other stuff. That is the plan anyway. So, in between episodes, I'm going to do my arenas, and I'm going to farm through Chapter 5, because since we're so powerful, speaking of power, there's a challenge going on right now for gaining might, and we are ranked 23 in the challenge for gaining might, which is pretty impressive for a new account. And then for this cross-realm district challenge, we are rank 163 out of who knows how many people, definitely thousands of them. So we are doing some great things for our account. We're sitting in a good spot, and I will see you guys in the next one.